Good morning, everybody. My name is Richard Warrington. I own Mr. Guns Firearms right here in Cave Creek, Arizona. And if you've been following my series on NFA progress or lack thereof, you know that I was posting regularly for a while, and I've been unable to post for a while just because there hasn't been anything to post. So I wanted to, I'm going through my regular routine as usual here. I get in, I'm opening up my e-forms to see if anything's been approved because I'm still not getting regular emails from the ATF. And this is what I have to do every day. You know, I've got to get in here. I've got to check. I'm not getting the emails. I'm going to open up my Outlook, see if there's any emails in there for approvals. Sometimes my customers will call me up and they'll say, "Hey, my can is ready. Did you see?" And I'll be like, "No, dude, I'm doing other stuff. Like, I'm sorry." But, if that's the case, then we'll get you your can. So anyhow, I don't want to get on here and talk smack about anybody, especially anybody's business, because that's just not a good look and it's not what I do. But everybody wants to know what's going on. And I feel that's probably why everybody's been following this series that I've made, right? So back before the changes, we're going to say March 2025, that's when things really sped up with regards to approvals, like really getting sped up. When I had people getting cans back, 12 hours, 24, 36 hours. And I had people from other dealers getting them back in like 24 hours or even less. There are people posting up stuff. "Oh, I got mine back in 5 minutes." Yeah, whatever. So I was really reluctant to do any NFA work prior to that because it was just so frustrating. It was frustrating for the customer. It was frustrating to me because I didn't feel like I was giving them good customer service because it was taking so long, even though it was no fault of mine. Like, I hate to be one of those people. Like, look, we all love Amazon, right? Why do we love Amazon? Because you can get your shit like right now, within a reasonable amount of time. Well, the frustration with guns, I feel, is like very tangible because people usually have the ability to walk into a gun store, pick whatever they want out of the cabinet and buy it and walk out, at least in Arizona for the most part. So all this NFA stuff, I wasn't really too keen on doing. Yeah, we can have all that stuff here. We can have machine guns. We can have suppressors. We can have whatever we want in Arizona, honestly. Like, my buddy's 21-year-old daughter got an M6, got an M2. She turned 21. We got the M2, put it in the system, and it came right back. Well, since the changes in March 2025, when we started getting stuff back really quick, and then they started making the big, beautiful bill, and like all this political talk and all this hype about, you're not going to pay tax stamps anymore and all that, and wait till January 1st to like put your stamps in, and everybody's out buying cans, and dealers are making deals like, come and buy your suppressor right now, and January 1st we'll put the paper in, and then you'll get your suppressor back, and everybody will be great, and everybody will be super stoked. This whole thing, to me, and a lot of you guys aren't going to like that I say this, it's turned into a big nothing burger, dude. Because I got to put in a void right now. So here's the circumstance that I haven't talked about. You can actually put in voids for suppressors or NFA items. So I put in this suppressor for this customer, and he's like, "No, that's not the one I wanted." Well, I forgot to go in and like delete the form. So now I got to get it voided, and they'll do that. So, back to where I was. So we got all hype, right? And they're going to put the submissions in, and they're going to come back faster, and you won't have to pay the tax stamp. So everybody goes running out and buys all kinds of stuff. And then we've been talking about submissions and what it's like from a dealer perspective, and like, the consumers, you guys are giving me your comments back and whatever. I try to make this as streamlined as possible. And you know that because I've been telling you that. Like, if a can comes in, okay, somebody wants a certain suppressor and I don't have it in stock. I go out to distribution, I buy it. Form 3 comes back. Form 3s usually took like 24 hours. Now Form 3s are taking up to like, I don't know, a week. And that could be because they're not being submitted on the other side in a fast process because the dealer's backed up or whatever reasons. You know what I mean? Like Form 3, I have to wait for the Form 3 and then I get the can and then I draw up the draft and then you come in and you fill it out and then we submit it. It is a big nothing burger for them to do the background checks. It's not any different than you coming in here and buying a gun. It's still the NICS system. They obviously don't have the personnel. They obviously don't have the technology to make it happen quickly. So here we are, dude. We're in the same place as we were before the tax stamps. And this is the frustration as a dealer because I could sell suppressors all day long. But you got to get your photograph done and you got to get your fingerprints done. And then, you know what I mean? Like, people are lazy. They don't want to do that stuff. I can't do it here because I don't have a kiosk. Now, there is one organization, we'll call it, that does that. They have the kiosk. They'll take your picture. They'll take your fingerprints right there. You got the can. You buy it from them and you submit the whole thing. And that's supposed to expedite the whole process, right? Back before there was no tax stamp, I'm going to say yes, because it was a large organization. They had their tentacles into e-forms and some sort of relationship that they had with the ATF, let's say. So yes, it helped a lot. Now, since January 1st, it doesn't help. Nothing's been going through faster. As a matter of fact, now, as opposed to me doing an e-form submission, if you have your information with that organization and you have to do the submission through them, through their interface with e-forms. It's just doubled the amount of effort it takes to get your stuff done because they hold your information, your data. They've got your picture, they've got your fingerprints, and as a dealer, if I want to use that stuff, they will not release it to me. So I'm telling people, so I know those guys are still super jammed up and they probably haven't increased their personnel to do those submissions, to process the paperwork, they can answer the phones, they'll call you back, whatever. They're understaffed. And again, all they did, in my opinion, now it's just double the workload because when I go and I put in, you have an account with them and they have your photograph and they have your fingerprints. Now you got to go through them and then e-forms and then you get it back. Why do I need them? Okay, so I use their interface, their kiosk to get my fingerprints and my photograph done. Why can't I have that? Why can't you, the consumer, have that? Because I'll tell you what, right now, like me, little independent dude in a little small shop, I'm getting stuff back faster than they are. And they're the ones who are dialed with the ATF. I put in 4 trusts, okay? 4 trusts. And then I put in another suppressor for one of the guys who has 3 of the trusts. And his suppressor came back before the trusts. It's the same dude. There's one person on the trust. And that company, that organization that has the interface that's dialed into the ATF is the one who processed their trust. It's their language. It's their trust. It's what you paid for. It's only $50. Dude, who cares if it's only $50? If I don't ever get it back, in a reasonable amount of time, what the hell do I want that for? And we've had our discussion about trust. If you haven't watched my video about trust, go back and watch my video about trusts. I don't do trust. I'm going to tell you right now, from now on, people ask me about trust, I'm going to be like, I don't do it. I don't do it because I don't want you calling me 3 times a week going, where's my can? Where's my can? Where's my can? Where's my can? Sorry, dude, I've got no control over that. If I put it in there and for whatever reason, there's like 1 attorney or 2 attorneys or paralegals or whatever they use at the ATF to look at this paperwork to validate the language in it to make sure it's correct, and then they got to do the background check, and then you get all this shit back. Oops. I don't see the value in it. Take your suppressor home, come and buy your suppressor, do the background check, take it home, put a note in it. Put a note in it, in the box where you keep your suppressor. And put, I, Richard Warrington, when I die, I want my suppressor to go to X person. That way there won't be any mistaking who's supposed to get it. They can go fill out the Form 5 and they can get it. The trust thing, I don't get it. Why do you want to trust? Does it sound impressive? Do you go to the range and go, hey, see my new suppressor? Oh, I just put this in a trust. Woo! Dude, who cares? If it means the submission time is going to take 4 times as long, and like, I'm not kidding you, this one dude calls me like every day. Has it come back yet? Did it come back yet? Did it come back yet? Did it come back yet? It's like, oh my gosh, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So, if you are one of those people, and I said this in another video, if you are one of those people who went out and established an account with this organization, and you are still processing your paper, your suppressors or other NFA items through them, it is going to take longer than if you did it through me or your dealer without them. If they own your data, go out and do it again. Get your photograph taken, get your fingerprints done by print scan, and go into your dealer and let him do it. I'll tell you what we should do is we should have a little contest. I will submit, maybe I'll have my wife do it. We'll do a submission through them, and we'll do a submission through me, and we'll see who comes back quicker. The only thing is I'll never be able to get my wife to go and do that. She'll be like, I don't want to do that. I'm not going down there. I got to take my picture. That means I got to do my makeup. Whatever. I'm just saying, like, if we took 2 side by sides and we did, Rich does one submission and SS does the other submission, which one comes back quicker? I would bet you almost anything the one that I submit is going to come back quicker. So, here I am in little old Cave Creek, where the tumbleweeds roll across the street and people are drinking on a Friday night down at the Buffalo Chip. And I'm doing submissions and they're coming back, and that other place is doing submissions, trusts or otherwise, and they ain't coming back. I put one in yesterday for a dude who doesn't have any suppressors, and we're going to find out just how long it's been, how long it's going to take for him to get back. And then we'll make another video. Got it? My new website is up, MrGunsFirearms.com, complete revamp. My other new website is up, MrMachineGuns.com. Go and visit that. My YouTube is at @bad_shooters. My Instagram is MrGuns_AZ. Like and subscribe, share with your friends. If you use that interface, I'm sorry. Come back and watch and share, and we'll get stuff done and we'll get the information to you. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.